As a matter of fact, one of the strengths of the Southeast is the British. Contrary to what a lot of people think, oh, they hate us, it's just the Hausas, they actually favored the Southeastern people. And I'll tell you how. You see, when the Eastern region was created in 1939, the British had to have like a big group in there that would be able to control the other groups. Although that may not have been their intentions originally, but that was what it eventually became by the time we were having political parties in the 1940s and 1950s. So what you discovered was that a group whose culture was evolving became the one that had the majority in that space, even though they were dwelling with folks who had older cultures, older civilization, and older everything, right, structures. But because they were the ones in charge, they were the ones who dominated the space. Now, when I use the word dominate, it may sound negative, but in reality, that's what happened. So they were the people who moved out of their spaces in the late 1800s and the first couple of decades of the 20th century into the 40s, moving out a lot. So in moving, they moved out in droves, and then they happened to have the majority in the spaces they moved to. It now happened that in those spaces they moved to, they also had the political power there. Therefore, because when they moved, they found smaller groups and they became the majority group in those spaces, they had no need to assimilate. They had no need to integrate. As a matter of fact, it's the cultures that they met there that began to learn their own language. I'm talking specifically about what happened in the old Eastern region. Because yes, they went to the north, but the numbers that went to the north is not like the ones that went to the other parts of the Eastern region. That's present day South and Eastern region that we have, that's Igbo land. So you have in Akwa Ibom, for instance, in Calabar, right? It was called the Ogoja division, the Calabar division. All those places where they have a lot of people that moved in there from the Igbo heartland. Now, when they go there, they did not go there as the minority. They didn't have to learn anything in those spaces. Because, so think about it, you have a town of, I've mentioned this a number of times, if you look at the Willings Commission report, you have a town of about 1,080,000 people. Or let me put this way, a province, not just one town, a province of 1,080,000 people. Of that number, more than 700,000 are Igbos. Why should they learn any language? You go to the Rivers province, you have a total population of about 707,000 people. Out of that number, about 305,000 people are Igbos. The remaining number is shared by several other groups, not another group, several other, maybe like 10, 12. The Ogonese, the Ekpaye, the Ikwere, the Kalabari, all these people are sharing the remaining number. Why would the Igbo need to integrate into that space? He doesn't.